evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, February 28th, 2012. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Chip Ramsey with the Saturday Independent newspaper. In tonight's news, U.S. Postal Service is closing its mail processing operations in Chattanooga, which will likely affect first-class mail delivery in our area. 6th District Congressman Diane Black visited Tullahoma last Friday, and the early voting period has ended, and the Election Commission is reporting a light turnout, and property taxes are due tomorrow. And we'll speak with Coffee County trustee James Wilhelm about how collections are going. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6. Stay tuned.
If you're looking for a great atmosphere, good music, an open design, and a staff that understands what it takes to serve the best food around, you'll find it at the Timberloft Restaurant in Manchester. Locally owned and operated, the Timberloft features smoked meats, prime rib, black Angus steaks, sandwiches, burgers, pastas, incredible appetizers and sides, and decadent desserts made in-house. Searching for a new place to hang out with company clients and friends? With a cozy feel, a quiet bar, awesome drinks, and big city quality food, you found it when you visit the Timberloft, 1165 Woodbury Highway, Manchester. Catering and party planning available. The Timberloft, spectacular.
Has your love taken a downturn? Are you in a relationship recession? You need a bailout. Hope has arrived. You're qualified for the Romance Stimulus Package at Woodard's Diamond Showroom. We have an entire store filled with fine jewelry that will put the sparkle back in your love story. Our team of romance advisors has the surefire plan to get your passion on the road to recovery. Woodard's Diamond Showroom inside Northgate Mall of Tullahoma.
Now is a great time to check out the huge selection of minivans at Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Tullahoma. With over 25 on our lot, Stan McNabb is Middle Tennessee's minivan headquarters. And all priced to sell, like this Dodge Grand Caravan, only $21,830. The Town & Country is the #1 selling minivan in the country, with new interior styling and unmatched safety technology. Check out the great selection of minivans at Stan McNabb today.
I'm NASCAR driver Mark Martin. You know what's worse than waiting in traffic? Waiting in the emergency room when you're in pain. So choose the ER that's extra fast, ER Extra. ER Extra is specifically engineered to get you the help you need and back in action with race car speed. ER Extra. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
ER Extra. Exclusively at Harton Regional Medical Center.
Welcome back. The U.S. Postal Service says it is closing 3 mail processing operations in Tennessee. The agency announced last Thursday it would shut down processing centers in Chattanooga, Jackson, and Johnson City. Work from Chattanooga will be moved to the processing and distribution centers in Nashville and Atlanta. Mail now handled in Jackson will flow to the Memphis Center. The Johnson City work will move to Knoxville. Specific dates for the transitions haven't been decided. The Postal Service says first-class mail volume has declined 25% since 2006. The agency relies on the sale of postage, postal products, and services for all of its income. Letters and parcels mailed in Coffee and Franklin County are now processed at the Chattanooga Center. Closure of the distribution center will likely delay delivery of first-class mail by approximately 1 day.
A conservative think tank says that Tennessee has the highest combined state and local sales tax rate in the nation. The Tax Foundation says the state's sales tax rate of 7% combined with an average local sales tax of 2.45% costs customers $9.45 for every $100 worth of purchases. In Coffee County, the combined rate is even higher. The local option sales tax in Coffee County is 2.75% for a combined rate of 9.75%. Critics of the sales tax say that it puts border towns like Chattanooga at a disadvantage with retailers who offer a lower tax rate in nearby Georgia. They say it also hurts the poor who spend more income on necessities. But supporters say it is better to tax consumption than income. Governor Bill Haslam says he wants to lower the state sales tax on food from 5.5% to 5%.
The Tennessee Valley Authority is prepared to roll out new fees for shoreline marinas across the 7-state region. Some smaller operations say it could be the death knell of their businesses. But TVA says these are private operations making money from public land, and restructuring of fees has been in order for some time now. The new fee to be applied in 2013 will affect about 450 riverbank businesses, according to the Chattanooga Times Free Press. The fees will apply on 46 reservoirs owned by TVA, which is a federal government utility. Marina and campground operators are joined by at least 2 county chiefs in asking TVA to reconsider. Ray County Mayor George Thacker and Meigs County Executive Garland Langford went before the TVA board last week. TVA contracts the operation of 2 marinas on Timms Ford Lake in Franklin County. There are no contract operators on Normandy Lake.
6th District Congressman Diane Black was the guest speaker at the Tullahoma Noon Rotary Club last Friday. Coffee County will be moving to the 6th District as a result of recent redistricting. Congressman Black took the opportunity to introduce herself to her new constituents. Let's watch video.
Not a native to Tennessee, moved here 26 years ago with my husband, who got recruited to Nashville for Vanderbilt. And we have settled here now. He's no longer with Vanderbilt. We have our own private drug testing laboratory and have built it from 4 to over 600 employees. So we are business people, as well as I am a registered nurse by background and have worked in the field now for over 40 years. So I'm feeling really old when I say that, guys and girls. But I do have a lot of experience in healthcare, which is one of, I think, my strengths that I go to Washington, D.C. with. As Judd said, I served with him for 4 years with him in the House. I was actually there for 6 years, moved to the Senate, and served there for 6 years before running for Congress. And people say, well, why in the world, when you're having such a safe seat and enjoying the ability to have a leadership position in the Senate, why would you decide to run for Congress? And that is certainly a great question that folks ask me in the community, and that my family even asks me, why in the world do you want to do that? Well, we are blessed to have 3 grown children and 6 grandchildren. And as I looked at what was happening to our country and how I believe that it was slipping away by us going over the cliff with the amount of debt that was being piled up, I just really felt and felt a calling and an urge to go there to try to make a difference.
And we'll be back in just a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
Tullahoma Surgery Center is Tullahoma's newest and most complete surgical health care facility. The center combines state-of-the-art surgical care with efficient, affordable, and community-based outpatient service. The staff is committed to providing the highest quality care in a warm, personalized setting. The goal is to deliver excellent care and make your visit a pleasant experience. Tullahoma Surgery Center, the area's premier surgery center dedicated to outpatient surgery.
Tullahoma Drug has a gift for keeping well. You know about prescriptions, but there's so much more to tell. There's a gift for all occasions, for body, soul, and mind. Cards to show you care, gifts to show your kind. There are remedies and recipes and treats, you'll want to eat them. Stacks of books from famous cooks and spectacles to read them. Shades and frames, puzzles, games, dishes, plates, and mugs. We're a Tullahoma treasure. We are Tullahoma Drug.
Serving you as a local firefighter. Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force. Serving Tullahoma. Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
This is J.D. Oliver here at the Smokehouse on Mont Eagle Mountain. My sisters Betsy, Nancy, and I'd like to thank you for supporting our family business for over 50 years.
Hello, this is Stella Parton, and I am standing here right in the middle of Jim Oliver's Smokehouse restaurant. But you need to come in here. We just got through doing a show. We also have a music scene going on here, and I want to invite you to come down because it is your mountain destination. Music on the Mountain in Mont Eagle, Tennessee.
My name's Betsy Oliver. I'm the kitchen manager here. We serve a lot of ribs and barbecue and fried chicken.
Hey, this is Sean Mayer, and I just want to let everybody know to stop in at the Smokehouse if you're ever on your way to Chattanooga or Nashville. They not only have a great gift shop, awesome food, great entertainment on Saturday nights, but beautiful cabins to stay in. Check it out.
Make the Smokehouse your mountain getaway destination. Stay in one of our 84 lodge rooms and 20 timber frame log cabins. Look around our trading posts and eat in our delicious restaurant. Enjoy music on the mountain every Saturday night featuring the best of Nashville. Our family hopes to see you this year at Jim Oliver's Smokehouse.
Welcome back. Early voting has ended and election commissions across our viewing area are gearing up for their Super Tuesday primaries. Jim stopped by the Coffee County Election Commission and spoke with Administrator Vernita Davis about the upcoming election.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here today in Manchester, Tennessee, speaking with Vernita Davis. And Vernita is the administrator of Coffee County elections. And we're sort of ending the early voting period today, and we're moving on to the election, which is the presidential primary coming up March
6th.
March the 6th, okay. Tell us a little bit about early voting. How has that went so far, turnout-wise?
Early voting has been very slow. As of this morning, we've had 672 people to vote. That's a very, very low turnout, I think.
And I think the last time we talked to you, of course, that was a big-time election, more or less, and that figure probably exceeded 2,000 in the previous election.
Right,
I don't think it did not.
So,
a very, very light turnout you would characterize.
It is a light turnout, yes.
Okay. This election, and so will the election coming up on March the 6th, will be the first time that we have had the voter ID change coming in. How has that went so far during this early voting?
So far it has went great. We've just had a couple of people who did not have their photo ID, and those were people who were over the age of 65, so they elected for us to send them an absentee ballot at home. Which we can do, and they do not have to have a photo ID for that.
If they're over, they have to be over 65 to be able to do that?
In order to get a ballot at home, yes.
Oh, okay. So you might remind our voters, because I know a lot of them perhaps might not have voted early, obviously, who may participate in the process come March 6th. You might remind our viewers what they need to have as far as IDs when they come to the polls to vote.
Okay, they need any state or federal photo ID. It could be their driver's license, a handgun permit, a passport, their veteran's card, or if they're a member of the military, their military card. And it does not have to be a current card. It could be an expired card, as long as it has their photo on it and their name.
So if you're over 65 and you had a driver's license with your picture on it that's old, but you chose not to include that when you had it renewed, it still will work for you?
It still will work, yes.
Oh, okay.
And there's been several people who has had those.
There's, I believe, something called provisional ballots. Can you explain that to us?
Okay, a provisional ballot is a paper ballot, actually, and it is for someone who attempted to register to vote, but for some reason it did not get to us. Maybe it got lost in the mail, or it was at an agency and it did not get to us. Then those people vote a provisional ballot, and then we contact the state with their information, and the state can look up at the agencies to see if they actually did register to vote there. And if they did register to vote in a timely manner, then their vote will be counted. If they did not, if they had marked no on their form that they did not want to register to vote, then their vote would not be counted, and I would mail them a letter saying after Election Day whether their vote actually counted or not.
Oh, okay. So is there a period of time that you're usually able to resolve those issues regarding?
Usually it's in a couple of days.
Couple of days.
Yeah, the state is really good with getting information back to us. So, but then also the people who do not have a photo ID, a provisional vote for them would be the paper ballot, and then they will have 2 business days after Election Day, which will be March the 8th, to bring us a photo ID into this office, and then we could count their vote.
I know there was concern early on that this may be a huge problem, but I'm hearing from you, I think, today that actually that's went pretty smooth so far.
It has been very smooth.
We're also looking, we're in this big room here at the Election Commission, and there are, how many voting machines are in here?
We have 60 voting machines.
Oh, okay, and how many precincts will
24 precincts.
Okay, so you have a few extra in case something tears up?
We have 2. We have 2 extra machines that we usually use for demonstrations, or if on Election Day, if something happens to a machine, we always have a couple of extra that can go out.
There is obviously a heated Republican primary going on right now. Are you seeing much activity on the Democratic side?
No. Democrat is very, very low.
Very slow.
It's like 6 to 1.
I see.
This is what the numbers are.
All right. Coming up soon. Your big day again, and this is going to be your second big election since you took over as administrator, is it not? Right. She's quite confident, ladies and gentlemen, so you can feel rest assured that I think the commission is in great hands with Bernadette.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Our office used to look like this, but now with my paper-free office from R.J. Young, it's easy. We've made all of our files electronic and stored them in our virtual filing cabinet, which gave us tons of space. And Bob here, a big promotion. Melissa can pull files in minutes and spends hours on Facebook. And Kyle's confidential files stay confidential.
We're not totally paper-free, right? Thank you.
My paper-free office from R.J. Young. It's that easy.
I'm Lori Thompson.
And I'm Mike Thompson, and we own Thompson Ford in Tullahoma, Tennessee. Lori and I bought the dealership back. It's on Highway 55. Same dealership that we had for 10 years. Look forward to serving you for another 10. Thank you to the community. Thank you for allowing us to be here for the last 15 years. Thank you for having us raise our family here.
Thank you for all your support.
It's been a great place. It's a great place to live. Look forward to living here. Put me in the ground here. I'd be proud to do it. God bless America, and God bless Tennessee.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has offices in Tullahoma, and for your banking convenience, offices all across this region. At Citizens Tri-County Bank, we listen when you tell us what you want in banking. So at our beautiful new Tullahoma downtown office at 201 North Jackson Street, enjoy the kids' playroom, home-like fireplace sitting area, drive-up 24/7 ATM, ample parking, and lighted and camera-monitored drive-thrus. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need. Welcome to Camino Real, home of the area's most authentic Mexican food. Expect quality service in a friendly environment that features the only truly authentic Mexican food in the area, with favorites like tacos, fajitas, enchiladas, burritos, tostadas, freshly made guacamole, and Mexican rice, all made from scratch using homemade Mexican recipes and only the freshest ingredients. Come and enjoy a meal at Camino Real with the great food, friendly service, and warm atmosphere of Old Mexico.
Welcome back. Tomorrow is your last chance to pay property taxes without accruing a penalty. Jim spoke with Coffee County trustee James Wilhelm about the process.
Folks, as most of you know, it's February and it's time to finally pay those property taxes. If you procrastinated long enough, we're talking to the man in charge of that, James Wilhelm. And James, we're kind of down at the end of the tax paying season. How busy is it in your office right now?
Jim, it's very busy. What we've been doing is for the last week, we have really been overrun, but these girls do a good job. But we do have it set up to where it's taking a little pressure off of us because we're allowing the people to pay at banks and things like that, you know. And we've also put a drop box in at the window so they can just drop it in. And we've got all the banks except the credit union taking credit for that, you know, and taking the payments on that. And it not only helps us, but it helps the banks too. That's another service that they can offer.
Is that something that's fairly new? I wasn't aware of that.
It's fairly new. We've been taking most of the payments in here, but I just saw it as an opportunity, you know, for both parties to benefit from it. So we're allowing them to take payments for us, for their customers who want to, and then if not, we can send them over to us, you know. They can take them up to the very last day, which is the 29th day of February for payments. But if they take it after that, there's going to be a penalty of 1.5%. So they need to send them people to us, you know, after the 1st of March. So
I see. Do you find, and now you mentioned something also, James, that this year you're getting an extra day because it's leap year.
This year we're getting an extra day, and that's just I think it helps everybody, you know, because a lot of people like to wait until the very last minute, you know, and I can understand that because I sure don't like paying my taxes either. But I also understand it's a necessity on that. But I'd say at the end of January, we had collected 46% of our taxes. And so that means that about 42% we're going to be collected in the month of February alone. So that just shows you how busy we are that last week.
How much? I'm sure there probably are always delinquent taxes. Some people
There are always
don't get them
delinquent
paid.
taxes.
What percentage of taxes do you typically collect on time?
What we do is that we keep, right now we're collecting the 2011s, but we also have the 2010s in this office for collection also. April 1, we will be turning those people that owe their 2010s over to the clerk and master. They will proceed then with either selling the property or collecting it, for us on that. Mm-hmm. Usually we factor in about 8% are not going to pay their 2011 taxes by February the 29th. We will collect about 6% of that 8% in the coming year, mm-hmm. before next April, and they can turn it. So what we would like to do is we just like to work with the people, and we want to make it easy for you to make the payments on your taxes on that, because we are in the same boat, as far as, like I said a while ago, I pay taxes too, and I don't like them, but it's a necessity on there, and we have to have them, But as far as collection on it, about 2% is what we turn over, Jim.
Okay, so not that bad.
Not that bad at all.
Now, if they don't like what their rate is, they can't blame you, can they?
No, but we're here to help, and we will tell them that they can go to Mr. White's office and and ask him to reduce their rates. And if he has a board back there that he can send them to, if he can't do it himself on that. So.
That's it. So is it a fact that most of the money that the county operates on probably comes through this office, does it?
All of it comes through this office.
Right, okay.
Not only taxes, but any other revenues from any other department has to come through this office.
Okay.
Sheila is the bookkeeper, and she has to debit and credit every issue that comes through Coffee County.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So.
All right, a busy day here for James Wilhelm, ladies and gentlemen. It's probably going to get better in the next few days, and then he won't have anything else to do until next year at this time.
Well, Jim, this is a full-time job, but we're always looking for better ways of making it easier for the people. That's what we're here for, Mm-hmm. I learned that from the other end, Mm-hmm. And see, that's played to a benefit to me, because I understand the tax situation, when it comes to the budgets and all that.
Exactly. So, and what he's speaking of is he has spent some time as county mayor as well. So
about 16 years.
Exactly. So he understands how that process works.
Yes.
James, thank you so much for taking the time today. I know you've been busy today. Really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. And thank you.
Don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Jennifer Jordan from J. Jordan's Boutique to let you know about the new spring fashions. All that and more on this week's Living. We'll be right back in just a moment with more Newsleader.
The highest standard of excellence requires dedication and commitment. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of excellence in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
Tommy Anderton and Martha Jane Barton from Traders Bank to share why our Channel 6 viewers should bank with us in 2012. Martha Jane, I've known you to be employed at Traders Bank practically all my life. What is so special about Traders that's allowed you to enjoy 52 years employment?
Tommy, there are several things that make Traders the best. At Traders, it's like family as an employee and for our customers. Each customer receives exceptional personal service. At Traders, we're flexible and timely with our responses. At Traders, we listen and accommodate.
Martha Jane, thank you for that testimonial. Our New Year's resolution is to continue treating customers like family. It's truly why so many people never bank anywhere else.
Traders Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor, too, when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. Junior Markel Hickerson poured in 31 points to lead the Tullahoma Wildcats to a 70-57 victory over Smyrna Saturday night in the first round of the Region 4 AAA tournament play. Hickerson's stellar performance included a 10 for 11 at the free throw line in the fourth quarter when the Bulldogs were forced to foul in an effort to overcome an 18-point deficit. The Wildcats took a 9-point lead into the locker room at the half, again in large part thanks to Hickerson, who bombed in a shot from the three-quarter length of the floor at the halftime buzzer to draw a roar from the large crowd on hand. It was, however, far from a one-man show, as Coach Jeff Taylor's Wildcats put together one of their best all-around performances of the season. Seniors Jared Davis and Alan Stark scored 10 points each, in addition to turning in a strong performance on the boards. Van Williams scored 6, Tyler Fishback added 5, and Joseph London and Jacob Cooper had 4 points each. The Wildcats advanced to the region semifinals in Shelbyville against the Laverne Wolverines, who defeated Lincoln County 62-59 Saturday night at Laverne. Laverne has already beaten Tullahoma twice this season, but the Cats had double-digit leads at one point in both games. If Tullahoma can pull off the win tonight, it will guarantee the Cats at least 2 more games. Tullahoma is 2 wins away now from playing in the state tournament. The Cats' record stands at 20-8 on the season going into tonight's game. In other district action, District 8's Lawrence County lost 63-49 at home to Siegel, and Columbia went to District 7 champion Blackman and lost 44-38.
And the Coffee County girls lost to Bradley Central last night in Crossville, and they are now eliminated from the 6-3A tournament. We'll be right back in just a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
Here at Russell Barnett Kia, we do not have any dancing hamsters, nor do we have any sock monkeys, but we do have the guaranteed lowest price on all new Kias. Come by and check out this all-new 2010 Sporty Kia Soul for $17,995. Or check out this new redesigned 2011 Kia Sportage. No sock monkeys, no dancing hamsters, just guaranteed low prices here at Russell Barnett Kia. My question is, why buy anywhere else?
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1975 at 75 degrees. Record low was in 1935 at 12 degrees. The average high on this day is 56 and the average low is 34. For tonight, look for showers in your forecast with a low of around 59. And some strong thunderstorms could be in your forecast for Wednesday with a high of 67 and a low of 57. Partly cloudy weather expected for Thursday with a high of 67 and a low of 57. And that is our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great night.